Welcome to Quest for the Best, the series on this channel where I'll be looking for the highest rated games according to Metacritic. We're going to be hunting for Wii, Xbox 360, PS2 and GameCube. Today we're heading to my local CEX shop to see what we can cross off the Quest for the Best list. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Command and Console. My name is Jason. Today, like I said in the intro, we're heading to CEX to see what we can find for Quest for the Best. Without further ado, let's get to CEX. So yeah, we make our way to CEX. We look at the PS2 section. Now with the PS2, we've got some quite big hit, not big hitters per se, but we've got some stuff like Devil May Cry, the original Devil May Cry. We've got God of War on the list of Quest for the Best, so we've got some big ones. Devil May Cry 3 right there. I could have cheated and got Devil May Cry 3. They got both versions, Devil May Cry 3 as well, so that was tempting, but I want to stick to the list for Quest for the Best for the time being with the concerned series. So, you know, the first games on my list, that's what we're going to be looking for example, for series. But they had a great selection. They've always got a great selection in my local CEX, but nothing I really want. Max Payne is a game I do want, but I kind of want the OG Xbox version. Same with Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Definitely want the OG Xbox version rather than this. This game is really cool, but for some reason I kind of would rather have the Wii version. It's cheaper as well. But we're not getting any of those games this time. We're hunting for the Quest for the Best, of course. And unfortunately, there is not much here for PS2 this time around. But we always can find stuff later on down the line. But yeah, great selection as always. If I was just going for just a random hunt for PS2, I'm sure I would have picked up a bunch of titles in this shopping hunt. And we move over to the 360. I absolutely love the Xbox 360, as you know, guys. I've done multiple videos on it. I love its pieces. Yeah, looking for some games. Dirt 3 is on my list, and Bioshock Infinite is on my list. Games like that. Looking for those kind of games. Nothing here per se. I think they did have a copy of Dirt 3, but it was a promotional copy, so I kind of left it there. But yeah, the usual stuff you'll see as well. But yeah, we're looking for those big, high score games. Bioshock Infinite, the Orange Box was a big one on the list as well. But as it stands, there's not a lot here that we're going to go away with in this episode. But they had awesome selection as always. And like I said, if this was a regular random ass silly game hunt where I'm just seeing what is available, I've got loads to choose from. So as you can see from the footage, there was a great selection in CEX this time round. I do tend to leave it a week in between my visits because they tend to have the same stuff a lot of the time in my local, but it was nice to go there after a couple of weeks not being there and actually seeing some new stuff. Let's get to the pickups. So the first game is the first game to be crossed off the 360 list. Now you can see we picked up Bioshock Infinite, the only Bioshock game that I didn't have in the collection that I thought, it's a very highly rated game on Metacritic. Let's just add it to the collection and complete the trilogy. This is my least favourite Bioshock game. I think the visuals are great and the story is so-so. The combat is fun for the first few hours, and then for me it just becomes more of a kind of numbingly dull shooting gallery for the duration. A lot of the aspects from the original Bioshock aren't here per se. You've got vigors that give you powers, but overall that's the only really thing that's kind of similar to the original Bioshock. I feel like the atmosphere isn't there. The shooting's fine, but I don't think it's as intelligent as the original Bioshock with the combo system and stuff like that. So I feel like this game for me was woefully disappointed when it came out. I wasn't the fan. It was getting these praises everywhere, 9s out of 10s, 10 out of 10s everywhere, but I just wasn't a fan of it. I felt like it boiled down to like just a numbingly dull shooting gallery, like I said, and some of the boss fights were agonizingly painful to fight. I didn't find them enjoyable at all. Whereas in the original Bioshock, I found, you know, you go up against the big daddies, it was fun to fight them. In this, the bosses weren't that great at all. But yeah, so we can cross Bioshock Infinite off the list. It's not the best game in the world for me. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's also, I guess it's nice to give it a second shot as well, and also add it to the collection and complete that BioShock trilogy. That's BioShock Infinite. The next game is a Wii game. I'm really happy to revisit this one because I remember this game being really fun when it came out, but I remember playing the PS4 version, so it's going to be interesting to see how it translates on the Wii, being weaker hardware and everything like that. So we've crossed off Rayman Origins off the list for the Wii. Very highly rated on the Wii. You're going to see the ratings down here for these games, obviously, like last time. But yeah, this is surprisingly highly rated on the Wii on Metacritic, so I added it to the list because it's definitely a game I want to replay. I thought, why not get it cheap on the Wii for a £5 in CEX? You can even play it with the classic controller, so it's got a much superior control system to play it with. I remember this game being loads of fun. One more run kind of game, one more level kind of game. I remember the art style being absolutely beautiful. For the time, hand-drawn sprite artwork was absolutely beautiful, and yeah, it was just classic 2D platformer Rayman game. I just thought it was fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to revisiting it on the Wii. That's Rayman Origins. So the final game in this video, yes, we only picked up 3 games this time round. That's what it's going to be like in this series. Unfortunately, we'll be going hunting. We may only come away with a few games, or maybe only 1 game, who knows. But anyway, this first hunt out into CEX, we picked up 3 games. The final game we picked up here is a Wii title. I know nothing about this game. I've never played this game, but it was very highly rated on Metacritic. The whole point of this series, of course. The game in question is called Little King's Story. I don't really know much about it. It says you get to build, dig, fight. So I'm guessing it's some kind of like a city builder-esque thing. I guess. I'm guessing it's similar to Dungeon Keeper, but in this one you're a king and you've got to like kind of build a kingdom, I guess. It's got very high ratings, so it could be good, it could be bad, I don't know, but it's all about what Metacritic, the average on Metacritic is, and this one was quite high from what I remember looking it up, but that's on the list. So that is Little King's Story crossed off the list. I'm literally going in as blind as possible with this game, so let's see. It might be good, might be bad, who knows. That's Little King's Story. So that is it for this one, a short one for this first trip out to CEX. 4 quests for the best. But yeah, of course, we can cross these games off the list, and then, you know, we can go out maybe in another couple of weeks and hunt for more titles off the quest for the best list. Let me know what you think of any of these games, as always, in the comments down below. And if you enjoy this content and want to see more, maybe hit that subscribe button. I always put out videos as often as I can, and I mix it up between pickup videos and some hidden gem videos. And I love recommending games to people to always get recommendations from me. Maybe hit that subscribe button and I appreciate it. It really should give you that boost to see my channel growing. As always, guys, thanks for watching. And yeah, let me know what you think of these games. And let's continue to build a quest for the best games collection.